All right, happy Thursday, what a day, what an awesome day. Man, we have the long sleeve, short sleeve heat gear, long ski leggings we have on, heat gear leggings there, internal, external thermogenic, the amino acid there, glutamine, 5 milligrams powder form, 30 minutes before the workout and 30 minutes after the workout. Training, however you want to put it. We'll post it there in a few, and we got it in. I will say this, we've done some steps today. A little bit more intense, a little bit more knees up a little higher, working that lower abdominal. Folks, let me hit you on this here. When I come on here, folks, and I'm dealing with the I have to do my research. I have to stay in that book. I got to stay where the words stay. I can't bounce around, and I have to let word interpret word. I'm dealing with time frame. I'm dealing with the setting, the place of everything that's going on when we're dealing with a subject, and it's good. That's what we want. We want dialogue. Had a lot of dialogue on Messenger, with a few videos that we have out. I'm still waiting on the video on Sunday to hit this platform. It's on the YouTube platform. It's a lot of videos there. If you cannot, anybody you know cannot access this platform, then YouTube is wide open. It's right there. Again, I'm not looking for a bunch of lights. I'm not looking for no money. We're trying to get the truth out here, and that's what we're speaking on, is the truth. We have to erase tradition, how we feel, what we think, what might be, what could be, or what seems. This is all on faith, folks. And a lot of times we go by what things we have seen and what we have heard, and not going by this book. It's going to interpret a book. It's not going to tell you a lie over here and then truth over here. It's not going to do that. So you got to keep things in context. One of the things we'll deal with is this women preaching, folks. God don't change. His word don't change. You have to keep things in context of what's going on, especially during the worship setting. Okay, and we'll deal with that. I got something else on my heart today that I had to deal with yesterday. And another concept is this transgender stuff, folks. We pick up on stuff. We're trying to find loopholes in the things that's not there. However, a man or woman was born. If the doctor considered this man, this infant to be a young male, and the male is there, then it's a male. The female parts is there, it's female. There's very small percentage of abnormality where there's both sex there, very small. So what has happened, we get to a certain age and we've been, in our mind, there's some trauma somewhere. And then we're trying to feel a different way than what we are. I know. I've done research, folks. But what we got to stay with, we got to stay with him. We can't change what we were made to be. And I know it sounds good. And we're looking for a back door. And the thing is, we're not hating nobody. The kingdom should not hate anybody or any transgression that goes on, but the character of a person, of what they keep on habitually portraying, of what they're choosing to be in, that's against him, the I am. Okay? So we're going to stay with word. We can't come from the book. We can't go by self-help books. We can't go by that. We can't go by family members of 30 million years ago. We have to stay with this word, because in the end, we're going to be judged by word. And we can't get rid of that. We can't avoid it. We all got to make that date. And we got to give an account what we have done in what? This body. That brings me to this point, man. Me and my youngest daughter, man, we had a chance to get a little time yesterday, and we had a good conversation about the things that's going on. And I know she's on a big campus with a lot of cultural people, a lot of different background. I've seen it firsthand myself, and I'm asking how things are going, and I'm letting her talk. I'm letting her express her 18-year-old mind. Hello? What she sees, what she feels in the classroom or on the campus, or what's coming into her ear, what's going on out there. And it's amazing when she said, it's just so much evil. Why come we can't get along? Why come we can't have more love out here? Keep in mind, this is an 18-year-old black female. The key word is why. We will say with this video, up with hope, but down and disgusted. Here I am talking to my daughter and trying to see what her mind is. What is the things that are out there that's affecting these young minds and these college minds all over across the United States of America. We see stuff happening out here. The problem, the big number one problem, we do not have parents. And if we do have parents, the parents are not walking in the I am. I don't care what you say. You get upset and get mad if you want to. Because I have come to notice God is not the author of confusion. And without God, you have chaos and confusion. And folks, the United States is in a point of chaos and confusion. There was a time that you look across the United States map and you could say that's the Bible Belt. These folks down here, right here, they're holding on to the Bible situation. As the further you get away from God and his words, we start doing our own humanistic stuff, our own fleshly stuff. And then it gets chaotic. There's nothing to hold us in line and in tight. See, this is the cost of freedom. We want to do so much of our own thing. We don't want God telling us nothing. We don't want God's men telling us nothing. We don't want God's women telling us anything. And sometimes we don't even want God's child to tell us anything, or his children. They're at a certain age and they're in this book deep and they start speaking from this word, and we don't want that. And you find yourself like that, that means you riding with the demon back here. Because this time is going to come to an end, folks. All we have to do is look across this world. This is what she was talking about. She said, we're bumming all over the place. She said children are being blown up. People, they don't have houses to go to. They don't know where another bomb is going to strike. And they run, and unless trying to think about some food or trying to sleep somewhere. She said, all this is going on. It's my daughter talking. She said, all this hate and malice and racist stuff. And then you would say, well, she don't understand. She's young and everything. She does understand. She's been taught about this American history, black American history, slavery, the civil rights movement. She's been schooled on that. She know where she come from. And that's one of our problems. Our children do not know where they come from. They don't know where they've been, and they definitely don't know where they're going. But we up with hope. We have so much hope out here for the United States, for mankind, for humanity. But we're down, disgusted. If a human is disgusted of what's going on around here, what is God saying about all this? We're killing at will. We're murdering. We use that word. We're contemplating murders. We're having our wives killed, our husbands killed. Come on, folks. We're robbing, we're stealing, we're envy, we're jealous. We have hatred in our heart because some folks have the different color skin out here, coming from a different ethical background. We're in line, there's a man in line ready to get me checked out. Here's somebody come straight through the door. Hey man, move over, you get in that line over there, let me get over here. Where's the thought that I got to move somebody back who's already in line? Where is that coming from? Unruly. Malice. Full of rage. All these, and then man, pray tell the sexual activity that goes on. Our women walk around half naked. We just got to show our body. That's a form with the demon dealing with you. That's what it is. He rips off the demon rips off all their clothes and show themselves. Indecent exposure. And then we have the dash to go out with our man or with our pimp or whatever you want to call it, and then somebody say something, another man say look at you stranger, and all of a sudden you want to say something negative. Well, we can't be out here dressing like prostitutes and then you want somebody to respect you. I'm proud of my body on this, but are these attributes of the I am or Satan out here? We got to draw the line. Which one is it? And some of these weak men, oh man, look at that, man. Whoo, boy, she's showing it today, man. Oh man, she got. That's why we're gonna have a separation between the godly and the ungodly. Me and my daughter had a good conversation. People in entertainment business, most of the time young black males, getting shot down and killed in the entertainment business, the music business. The young folks will listen to some of this music and they'll find out the artist is no longer here because they've been shot down. I was told today, when in gang activity, when the loved one of the family, that person is no longer here, the soul has separated the body, and they're either in Tartarus or Abraham bosom. We got to get this straight. No, I keep saying this, folks. The book keeps saying this. Don't nobody go straight into heavenly coast or to Gehenna hell without the judgment. And before judgment, there is, these holding places. Then you have the resurrection. And all this has happened quick. But their loved ones are being laid to rest. There is a funeral service, whether it's daytime, nighttime, and all of a sudden, the opposition of the faction of this gang comes into the funeral and wants to shoot up the funerals and stuff. We're talking about black folk. White folk ain't making us do this. Where is this concept coming from? There used to be a time if you and this man got in a fight, you two men fighting, and all of a sudden, man is kind of winded. He see maybe the man is getting the best of him, but he see the church house over there. He jogs, he runs to the church house, and he just put one foot on the step and hold on the rail, and the man is pursuing him. He stops and he gives respect to the church house. Let the man catch his breath. Fair fight. Now that man come off that step, it's on again. Maybe the other man put his foot up on the step. And you hear this terminology, there's no honor amongst thieves, murderers, railers, idolaters. Come on, folks. We talked about this. Up with hope. We're hoping for the better, but down and disgusted. We're disgusted how the human race is to come out to be. This black and white thing, for some strange reason, there's a certain group of people think they're privileged to everything. Where is that coming from? Where is that high-mindedness coming from? That sounds like somebody. Oh, it's written in your book. Satan was the very man, Lucifer. I will become the most high angel. I will become the high God. I'm going to do this. And what happened to him? Knocked down, beat down by the archangel Michael. Couldn't defeat that angel, but you're going to try to go against God. So when you have these attributes that I'm better than somebody, there's nothing wrong with striving to be the best out here. The competition. Hello? But I'm talking about in a negative way where we mistreating folks, hurting their feelings, talking down to somebody. But we all of a sudden, when God starts stretching his hand out on the United States of America, or wherever you live at, with a tornado, earthquake, hard rains and floods, hurricanes, mudslides. Am I getting close to you? A disease or something is going on, and then folks are dying by the thousands, dying by the hundreds, and all of a sudden now we want to put our hands together and just pray to the I am. We just pray for everybody. We want to do that part, but it's when that is gone, like a storm when after it done come through. Now we back doing the same old thing. Look how we was up under COVID. Come on, folks. We was in the house, we was in our families, and some of us couldn't get with our family because we had another family on the outside that the inside family did not know. And we was agitated. We couldn't get to what we've been doing, sneaking and slipping. So God, he pulls the cover away from things, and there were some folks exposed. Said he was going to work, but wasn't at work. This is the evil malice going on, folks. This is what my daughter was talking about. And I'm looking and I'm listening to at 18, just so disgusted. Why can't we have some love out here? Because we're not teaching it. And there's some of us on this program not teaching it. We're not living it. We're all for ourselves. Number one. Let me hit you with the scripture. The first shall be last, and the last shall be first. Folks, we can't get past God. We can try our best. I haven't seen nobody do it. Oh, Sarah Tarver was right. She said, I have never seen nobody beat that Bible. And guess what? As I live these years on this earth, I haven't either. And you won't. You think you may get it. So when you have this concept of thinking, that means you're under some kind of demonic control by Satan back here. Because you should already know I cannot beat him. My arms are too short to box God. I get jabbed to death. And he can knock me out at any time. But we don't understand that. So we're heavily influenced by this pretty, beautiful body of ours. This precious, lightweight body that gets us and everything. This is what happened when you don't have the definite article of the Spirit of God. Now I'm working with this word. Now I know how to treat my fellow man. I'm not going to go over there and take nothing from, steal from them. No matter how hungry I am, I'm going to ask, hey, sir, can you mind give me a little? That's why it's important, again, for parents to raise up children. Not having a bunch of children all spread out everywhere. Yes, children can be expensive, but I don't look at it as an expense. But you have to take into account the books that count the cost. Whatever you start doing, starting a family, starting a business, starting a home, whatever you're doing, sit down and count the cost and put God in it. Again, when you take God out of what you're trying to do, you're going to have chaos and confusion out here. I'm up with hope, but I'm just down and disgusted. I'm disgusted. And you ought to be disgusted how the world is going. Man, everything is just so high, man. See, as a people, we don't stick together. As Americans, we don't stick together. So the ungodly system continue to pimp you down and beat you down. And there's a few that stands up, turn their back on the garbage and walk away, not to be told anything, and just bowing their head down this wall. We're just like some lambs led to slaughter in the wrong kind of way. I know what I'm talking about, folks. I'm listening to my daughter, 18 years old. Why come we can't love nobody? Why is there so much hate? See, this is what happens. When you think you're going to gain a lot of money and funds and stuff, again, here's Bible verse. A man or woman that tries to gain the whole world will lose his life. But if he loses his life for Christ, he gains the whole world. That means the next coming of the world, folks. See, it's no trick out here. How far you think we're just going to gather up things and ride around and look pretty and put a cologne perfume and talk down to folks and look at folks? How long you think we're going to go beating folks on business deals and stuff? How long? We kill people over in this country, this folks over here, then we hate these folks over because they have a different color of skin and pigmentation. And we're calling a location that we can't take with us when we're dead and gone, but we trying to hold on to something and try to judge somebody by something, folks, by their race, by their creed, by their culture. We ain't giving blessings and sending love out here. Hey, good morning, how you doing? God, it's good to see. How you doing, sister? Hey, how you doing? See, it takes us to change the narrative out here. What we hating so bad? Why are we so mad and upset and pissed off? See, when you're like that when you don't have God. Yeah, I know, ain't no magical thing goes on. It's hell out here. It's tough out here. But real men and women, you roll with the I am. Damn this bastard back here. He's already defeated. See, when we don't know that, now we just going like some little puppies sucking on him, licking on him. Now we find ourselves on the demonic chain. He's pimping us like some sisters out here, like some prostitutes. And then we have the nerve, the audacity. I'm somebody. I happen to CEO over here. I got this amount of money. I got this money. I'm this over here. I got a house. Even in our entertainment world out here. I'm almost done. A lot of folks are following them. And they going against, their lifestyle is going against the I am. And we looking at it. Well, who we really should be following is the Messiah. He got all the cards. He got all the keys. Why are we following humans out here who cannot direct their path out here? Come on, folks. See, this is what happens. We don't have parents to teach you. Yes, it could be some ethics going on somewhere. Bringing up, saying, don't do that. Hey, sweep the floor up. Go wash the dishes up when we get through. Hey, just make sure we make the bed when we get up out of it. Hey, son, come on. We're going to go out here and cut the grass out here. We're going to get everything trimmed up. And the daughter might want to come out. Hey, Daddy, can I go out there? Yeah, come on. I'll show you how to do this. Responsibility and discipline. See, we have become a nation who do not want discipline, but God is going to discipline us. Mr. Clay Brooks used to say this all the time. Knowing God is a spirit, but his talk is, God going to get tired of this one day. He's going to get tired of what's ain't right. But in the same time, man, when God bring out his vengeance, some of the kingdom folks gonna get hit with it. They might have to put the blood of the doorpost so death can pass them by. And you'll sit back and watch God work as he moves. Streets full of death, full of blood. Clippers, why are you wishing bad? I'm not wishing bad. It's what has been said and what is going to be written. Like I said, it's going to wax worse and worse. But where you going to fall in at? Let me wrap this thing up. Where you going to fall in at? What side are you on? Are you up with the hope of the I am? Or are you down with this disgusted? I'm disgusted. Especially with some of our people about how we living. It ain't the white man's fault. We got to get off of that. I don't want nothing for nobody. You don't owe me nothing, man. I'm not even looking for no 4 acres and a mule. Because see, our time frame, we don't have long out here, folks. We're on God's time. And he can end this thing just like this. How we going to stand in the day of judgment? See, we ain't ready for judgment. We still around here partying, getting, hey girl, we're going to do this weekend. We don't have an inkling of what God has got in store for us. We've dropped our pants and bent over and told God to kiss our behind how we live in the United States of America. And we want God to like it. We want him to say, oh man, it just, okay, I guess I'll go for it. He's not going for that. Because why? He's a just God. He's a jealous God. He can be an angry God. And he is a good God. But it's going to be a time. His goodness and mercy is not going to be able to hold back his own wrath to straighten things out here. Like my daddy said, God going to get tired of this out here. We have the hope to do right, but we down and disgusted. That means we're going to have to come up with something. And the something ain't no more than the I am, folks. Break away from this foolishness. A lot of us are hid up under the demonic chain of Satan out here. We're not strong, we're weak. We're hiding up under his cloak of darkness. But when God shows up and show his face, his splendor, he only had to show this much of him. And now we're running like roaches and rats and stuff because we know that our heart is far from him. Some of us say we know God. Do we really know him? If we know him, this lifestyle in the United States of America be totally different out here. And it's going to take a God to show who he is. Because we actually don't know. We need a little reminder. But when it comes with a reminder, it ain't good, it ain't happy. And it's definitely sad. Folks, stay up out here. Stay up with hope out here. Get this disgusted lifestyle out of our system. Till next time.